Former Orioles outfielder, now Yankee telecaster Ken Singleton. We appreciate you taking some time to be with us.
Thanks to be with you anytime. You know I like you guys.
Definitely. Kevin, let's talk a little bit about this American League. It's really the tightest division race, and now almost everybody's at 500 or better.
Yeah, that's true. And the Blue Jays, you said they won today, so they're only one game under. That's where the Yankees go next. They will see the Blue Jays after they leave here for a weekend series up in Toronto. So it should be interesting. The Blue Jays, they're getting healthy. I mean, they got Tulowitzki back, they have Donaldson back, and some of their pitchers are coming back. So they're going to be a lot better than they were early in the season when these guys were injured.
Singy, there's been a big change in the New York Yankees this season. I hear a lot of guys last year, they made that little switch and that change. They tried to get younger. Those guys looked like they were going to be good players, but not like they're producing right now. Talk a little bit about your ball club and some of the biggest differences.
Well, if fans can remember that the Yankees got off last year 9-17. They really buried themselves at the beginning of the year. But from that point on, they played 75-61, so they played a lot better, and it's kind of carried over into this year. They made the change. They got rid of a lot of old guys. A-Rod's not around. McCann is in Houston enjoying himself, I believe. And Teixeira's retired. So the fact is now they have players like Judge and Sanchez coming to the forefront and playing some pretty good ball. Judge, I thought he'd be pretty good. I didn't know he'd be this good at the beginning of the year.
Now, Kenny, everybody talks about teams having enough pitching. Do the Yankees have enough pitching to stay in the thick of things in the American League?
Well, they've been pitching pretty well. Sabathia's won 3 in a row. Tanaka's the one they got to turn around. He's pitching tonight. He had a great start his last start. He struck out a career-high 13 against a pretty good Kansas City team, a good contact type of team. So he's the type of pitcher, if he can get on a roll, it's really going to help them. The other guys are pitching well. Pineda's won as many games as he won all last year. And the other pitcher, Severino, that you saw last night, eventually he's going to be the ace of the staff.
Singy, you've had a chance to be and play with the Orioles. You went to the Yankees. You've always had an eye for this ball club. Right now, what do you see? Big, fast start for the Orioles, but now everything's kind of cooled off. What do you see about this ball club right now?
Well, I think a few guys are scuffling. Manny Machado, he's much better than what he's playing right now. He's a better hitter. From the Yankees standpoint, they hope he has at least one more bad game, and then he can take off when the Red Sox come to town next. But Manny Machado is a much better player than he is now. I think the same thing applies to Chris Davis, although he's more of a streaky type hitter. He can get really hot, carry a team for a week or so, and maybe cools off for a week, and that's when the other guys take over.
Now, Ken, when you look at since Joe Girardi has managed against Buck Showalter, the two have equal number of wins against each other in these matchups now. Are these teams about as evenly as matched as they've ever been now in the recent times?
Well, the Yankees have had all kinds of problems here. They've lost 10 series in a row here in Baltimore. They're trying to break that streak tonight with a win if they can get 2 out of 3 in this series. But the fact is, when they come here, they have all kinds of problems. Gausman, I know, hasn't had the year that the Oriole fans might want, but he's always pitched well against the Yankees. He's 6-3 in his career against the Yankees. And every start he's made here against New York at Camden Yards, the Orioles have won.
Singy, you know, the 2 biggest guys, the youngest pitchers we have, Dylan Bundy. Your impressions of him and Gausman, you're going to see him tonight. Hard throwers, what do you see?
Well, Bundy, I think, has made a big jump. I know they wanted both of these guys to take a step up this year, and I think Bundy has really done it. He impressed me in the opening game of this series. I don't think he had his best stuff, but he was able to win games. And, Rick, you know, a mark of a good pitcher is when you don't have your best stuff and you can still win.
Kenny, we always enjoy chatting with you. I know you live at least part-time here in Baltimore. And we know you always do the Yankees games when the Yankees come in. So Ken Singleton spending some time with us. We appreciate that a lot.